Welcome to this week's episode of Gay Travel for the Rest of Us. I'm your host, Scott, with Rainbow Getaways, and in each episode, I bring to you the latest travel news and highlight some of the best deals that I find. And I bring to you it all from the perspective of a gay man who does not quite fit into the typical gay stereotype. We'll start out this week talking about the cruising industry. As we cross the 13th month since the initial cruising ban was put in place, the CDC has finally started meeting with the executives of all the cruise lines. In these meetings, they are discussing what the cruise lines will be doing to keep passengers safe, as well as how the CDC can get people back onto ships to help restart that specific industry. While there has been no new information from the CDC, the cruise line executives have said that these meetings were productive. We also have Alaska joining the lawsuit with Florida to sue the CDC to allow cruising to resume. Alaska's economy is greatly impacted by this tourism shutdown, specifically because cruise ships bring so many tourists to that state every summer. So having a second year in a row without any cruising is going to be devastating for the Alaska economy. And just like Florida, they are hoping that a lawsuit will get some ground made up and see some ships in the water soon. As various cruise lines are starting to roll out new itineraries from non-US ports, we are also seeing some amazing new options popping up, such as the new Holland America cruise line Have It All campaign. This gives you just about everything you need to have a great time on the ship, including your excursions, your Wi-Fi, your specialty dining, and your drinks. Holland is another cruise line joining the overall trend to give cruisers more in the included fare, opposed to nickel and diming everybody once they're on the ship. Speaking of getting people onto ships, Celebrity is running a promotion right now where if you want to sail on them out of St. Martin, they will help you get down on Celebrity Select airfare with prices from $350. If you've ever priced out air to the South Caribbean, this is a really great deal, as airfare typically ranges from $500 to $1,000 from most major hubs. As we're down in the Southern Caribbean, Puerto Rico has had one of the best years for tourism in recent memory. This is mostly because of the restrictions that they have in place to keep people safe while still allowing travelers from the U.S. mainland. Especially because with it being a U.S. territory, you do not need a passport. So for those of you that do not have a passport yet, the Enchanted Island has been calling your name for the last several months. As vaccines have become more of the norm and we're seeing more of the general population being fully vaccinated, we're now seeing countries roll out new entry requirements, with many countries requiring a vaccine or waiving the quarantine part of the trip if you have completed your vaccine and have waited the 14 days after the second dose. This is including in Greece. France is looking to completely reopen to American tourists by this summer. And even back home, we have Las Vegas, who is announcing that they will be at 100% capacity by June. As entry requirements continuously change, be sure to sign up for the Rainbow Getaways newsletter or subscribe to this channel to make sure that you're always in the know when the important information releases. Staying here at home, United Airlines is continuing to make some really great changes. A couple of weeks ago, we heard that United Airlines was releasing new routes from the inner country to the coastal areas, and now we see them launching additional routes to Europe, which is a strong sign that tourism is completely on the rebound. But that's not all. United Airlines has also announced that they are eliminating change fees for just about all of their ticketed fares for domestic U.S. flights. This is a groundbreaking move that sets them with the other great airlines that have already done this. And I hope to see that every other airline gets rid of change fees, because ultimately it is really kind of a shady practice to hold $200 of your money just because you had to change your plans. I completely understand having to pay the difference in fare, but debiting $200 from what you've already paid just to make a flight change, that is a little excessive. We also see JetBlue getting regulatory approval for flights to Europe. This is another exciting change for JetBlue as they have been trying to get into the European market with flights from JFK and other airports in the eastern part of the country. Sandals has also announced that they will be opening 3 brand new resorts in Jamaica. Now, while Jamaica is not necessarily the best country for LGBTQ travelers, Sandals has come a long way over the recent years to be more inclusive. If you haven't already seen my blog post about my experiences traveling to Sandals in Jamaica and St. Lucia, please head over and take a look at them. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you've traveled to either one of those islands, definitely let me know what your experience was. I love to hear from other travelers and how you were treated abroad. The last little bit of news here is that Atlanta has announced that their 2021 Pride will be held in person this year. This is an exciting milestone post-pandemic, mainly because we are all looking to get back out into the world and experience Pride celebrations again. Last year, with everything being virtual, it was a little bit of a change. Well needed. I am excited to see that we are seeing Pride festivals starting to return, and I hope to be able to make it to a few this year. I'll wrap up this week by reminding everyone about the first annual Bears Getaway Cruise for Charity. This is a cruise on the Celebrity Edge leaving January 23rd, 2022 out of Fort Lauderdale's port. If you are interested, head over to bearsgetaway.com. It will be supporting the Center of Orlando, which is a great organization that helps the community overall. Thank you very much for watching this week's episode of Gay Travel for the Rest of Us. I'm your host, Scott. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to add them to the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to this page. I always love hearing from you all, and that's one of the best ways for me to know that you all enjoy this content. Thanks again, and remember, keep it happy, keep it classy, and keep it gay.